Oh, that worked, didn't it? Morning! Well, just come up again. Live stream is not available at the moment. Please try again later. And stuff. Do we have to do this every fucking week? Do we? Oh, Australian guy, hello. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right, 2 million people watching. There's 3 thumbs up, so we've got 50% more thumbs up. We've got people in the room at the moment, but then again, we can have like 250 people come into a chat, and we'll show you. We'll say, 250 people came in. The most at one time was 40 people. Blah 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 blah. I'll tell you all that shit. Stubby. Where is it? It's under the chair, stupid. You're under my power. Oh, God. Go on. Bugger me. Morning, guys. How are we? Tim Diaz, hello. Morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, Dave. Good morning to you. Oh, look, we're caught up on the chat. Yeah, well, I tell you, I know that Noel, when Noel came out here last Sunday, and he says, you're going to have to stop talking. He says, you can't keep up on the chat. I said, Noel, people just saying hello to each other. I don't have to read out again like Peter saying hello to Kelly, Kelly saying hello to Dave. I said, I'm pretty sure people can read that. You know, let's face it. And let's face it, it's all about having a fucking... You're fucking pissing me, dog. So... Maybe I should put his electric collar on him. So, Dave, good morning to you. How are you? Everything's going well on the farm, guys. Up early. Chic said, you see on today's video, they've got a cleaning up to do. Hello, Noel. There you are. Good morning to you. Chris Barrett, hello. Smithy, hello. Tim Diaz saying hello. Everyone, hello. Good to see you all. Is that Chic said to me last night, she goes, get me up at 5 o'clock when you get up. And I said, why? She said, because everyone in the village is going to do a clean-up day. I said, fuck off. She says, all right, make it 5:15. And I said, all right then, Dale. So I got her up at 5:30. And I said, why the fuck are they doing this? She said, it's a clean-up day they've organised. So they want people to come down at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday and do pick up all the papers and rubbish in the village. I said, well, what do they say? Just have a fucking set up a classroom and teach the parents and the kids how to use a fucking rubbish bin. You know, just try that. And of course, I'm the negative one, aren't I? You know, like, hello. Like, you see the woman across the road. I mean, she's walking down reading an A4 paper, right? She's reading it. No. She's wobbling her ass around. She finishes reading it and she just throws it down on the ground right in front of us, in front of the gate. And I'm like, you fucking lazy fat ass bitch. Seriously. So the kids do it because they see the parents do it. It's all about education. Go away. You're annoying me. I'll call Mum. Right. So, Noel, good morning. How you feeling, Noel? Need rain very bad, mate. So, that was hot. So, Chick and I have resorted to watering. Fucking yawning. Chick and I have resorted to watering out the front of the house only, out the front, and the little triangle on the side. That's all we're just watering by hand. We do that over night time when we're the dogs at 5 o'clock. We're there giving that up. Mate, we're doing that at 5 o'clock. So it's quite easy. You know, it's just, I'm taking the dogs for a walk. It's 5:30. Here's the chair. Here's the hose. You sit there and just water it, darling. Well, who's going to hold my phone? You know, fuck off. Seriously. But we need water really bad. Everything's won't be doing any mowing for a while, I tell you. we'll not do any mowing for a while. So yes, Noel, we need rain. Mate, Noel, how are you feeling though, Noel? That's the point. Noel looked like walking deaf the up last week when he came and seen us. Looked like walking fucking deaf. I said to Chic, fuck, he's not looking good. He goes, no. Oh, Dave, thank you. The pies. That's a see all the feathers? Stubbs. Oh, Polly pushed the chickens away, but one ran backwards into Stubbs's mouth.
Yeah, so it's still alive?
Yeah. I tell you, I pulled him back from your tree there all the way back to the path, and he wouldn't let go. I'm pulling it in like this to get him back in, and he wouldn't let go of it. Fucking white feathers everywhere. You're fucking crazy. You're still psyched up from the fucking attack at the gate. Go away. Go and see Mum. So Dave, thank you very much, Dave. They the pies turned out very good, and no, the pie. You're a little fucking. You know what you are? You're a female penis. Because you can't say the C word, can you? You're a female penis. Go away. Right, the pies turned out really, really good. Seriously, I had one for tea last night. Chick had some leftover pasta dish, bloody thingy-majiggy. So Saturday night and Sundays is us chicken and I to use up everything in the fridge that we haven't used during the week, all the leftovers. So I said to last night, I want a pie. I want to try my new pies out. Oh, fucking gorgeous, I tell you. Absolute gorgeous. Gorgeous. I used to buy them from Bondi and Burke in town. And they used to call it at Davao. That's when Patrick was there. Now it's new owners there. The place has gone differently. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into a political row about how fucking down that place went. But I think it was $2.75 each we used to buy them for. And I'd send him a text message and I go, Patrick, I'll be in on such and such. Can you get me 10 pies? Oh, I don't know why I'm fucking yawning so much today. And so 10 pies, 2,700 for 10 pies. Then I'll come home and freeze them. Sad, isn't it? Now I'm making them myself. Now I've got the pastry. But you had to have the pastry to do it. Couldn't do it before. It was like, I have done it with the hot pastry, that what about Peter showed us. I don't know where you are now in Australia, Peter, but let me know. Peter's gone back to Australia. Right. So, Dave, thank you very much for the bags. Chris, all the town are doing it. They did our cleanup in our place last week. Yeah. Well, they just have to show them how to use a fucking garbage bin. Seriously. And secondly, they need to have garbage bins. And thirdly, they need to have the bloody things emptied. Because here they put all their rubbish in the sacks, in old feed sacks. They put them all into that. They just leave them out on the road. Truck will come past and they just throw them all into a truck. They're all laid up, all like dead bodies on the back of a truck. Then they just throw it in. They lay everything down. Then they take it way up into the hills up here. It was a big gorge, and they just throw it all in there. But compared to people I know who say, you think it's bad here, Will, want to see what Cebu's like. And it's like, fuck me, seriously. Seriously. It's two things that Filipinos do, breed and fucking litter. That's what they do. And I remember Martin, when he got his license, they couldn't print his license because they had no plastic for the license. And he said, are you shitting me? He said, go outside, there's fucking plastic everywhere. He said, I can walk across the creek with that many plastic bottles on the bastard, And it took him a year before he got his license. He had his license, just a photo from his phone. Fucking ridiculous, aren't they? No rubbish bin, Australian guy, nothing. And the village people, they put their rubbish, they burn it in the creek that runs behind their houses, right? They just throw it there and they set fire to it. And of course, when the floods come, it just washes everything all away. Washes everything away. And it piles up on our property. And that's why when it jammed up and dammed up and it flooded out the village, they come complaining with the barangay and said, oh, they're fucking Aussie bastard, he's changed this, he's done that. And when they come down there and look, said, yeah, it's all their fucking rubbish, mate. That's what's caused it. No, okay, thank you. Right now, fuck off. Seriously. They just got, it's like bike helmets, in Australia, when they introduced bike helmets, right, kids were like fucking, and the parents didn't give a fuck. But the kids slowly started, oh, well, if you're going to get into trouble if I don't, wear a helmet. Half did, half didn't. But as the years went on, they got more disciplined. And then it got to a stage when them kids grew up, right, and they got their kids' bikes, they automatically give them a helmet. So the kid knows that the helmet comes with the bike. They know that straight away. So it just took change. It takes a generation to change things. But here in the Philippines, they just fucking throw all their rubbish fucking everywhere. They're just fucking, I'll see them do it inside fucking houses. No shit. Giving them snacks, they just rip the top off and throw it on the floor. And I just look at them on the lounge room floor and go, you fucking kidding me? Serious. Fucking dirty bastards. But the Arabs are even worse. The Arabs are fucking worse. The Arabs, right? You pull into a service station and you're behind an Arab in his big fucking Land Cruiser, whatever. Right? Because most of them have Land Cruisers, so I didn't have a big Land Cruiser. And they'll pull in and there's a little Bangladeshi filling up the fuel in his blue overalls, filling up the fuel for him. And he'll be sitting there, the Arab, no shit. They'll wind down the windows and they'll pick up all their tissues and just throw them out the window. And you sit behind them looking and going, you fuck. No shit, all the tissues, just throw them out the window. They pay the guy for the fuel. He drives off. And I said to the attendant, I said, are you fucking kidding me? I said, he just froze. He goes, they do that all the time. What can we do? And it's like, yeah, that's what they do. Fucking incredible. Incredible. Oh, it's all right. We have Bangladeshians and Pakistanis. They can pick it up for us, And it was quite funny because one fucking, where was I? I think it might have been in Qatar. Might have been Qatar or it was in Saudi Arabia. I can't remember where I was living at the time. Definitely wasn't Oman because Oman are very clean. Omanis are the best out of all the Arabs. But in Saudi, I think it was one of my Saudi captains said to me, he says, Chief, he said, you won't find one bit of rubbish when you walk down that area. Not one piece of rubbish. He was so proud of himself. I said, yeah, that's because you got all these Bangladeshis and Pakistanis picking up the rubbish behind you. Oh, Chief, you bad man. And I'm like, truth hurts, doesn't it? Seriously, I remember that. Don't find one, even with the hand, one piece of rubbish. Like, fuck off. Oh, dirty fucking bastards. Right, let's catch up. So, Chris, they have rubbish bins, but they don't know how to use them. You see rubbish bins in all the only place I see rubbish bins is in fucking City Hardware for sale. Seriously. And hello, 27213. That's different. I don't know what that one is. Hello, Cliffy. Good morning. Good morning, Will and Chic. Bricky is done. Shout out to Noel. Hope all is going well now, mate. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. So where are you now, Cliffy? You're still in WA? Out in the Timberlands, or what's your geo? And there's Kenny, in your pies, do curry, minces, and potato. Well, believe it or not, I was talking to the girls when I was packing them up. I was talking to Vanessa and I, and I said, in Australia, I said, pies come in all different ones. You get the meat pies. I said, you get steak pies. I said, you get chicken pies. I said, you get pies with cheese and bacon on top. I said, you even get curry pies. I said, they're the worst ones to have of a morning when you got a hangover. Yeah, yuck. But the next pies I'm going to make is some chicken pies because Stu taught me how to make chicken pies, and they're actually quite yummy. And Bob's wife, Joy, she makes the chicken pot pie. She makes the big ones, in a big container. But absolutely yummy. But yeah, I was thinking someone said, why don't you put the mashed potato on top? Sort of like, because I said, you say to females, you say, oh yeah, you get meat potato pies, and they're thinking potato cut up into hunks in the meat. I said, no, it's a pie, but without a lid on it. It's got fucking mashed potato. And they're like, oh yeah, I've seen, oh, fuck off. You haven't seen nothing. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Hello, Gary. Good morning to you. Good to see you, Gary. Keep an eye out for them trolls again. Poor Stacey Wasey leaving stupid messages. He's probably still gone back to the BBC to find out what the BBC stands for. Big black cocks. No, I get fined again. Oh my God. Can you believe that guy? Right, so how are you, Gary? Good to see you. Aussie guy. When I first went to Philippines, I was on a picnic in Bohol by the river. Beautiful tropical jungle shot. When we finished, Philippines threw rubbish on the ground before we left. I picked up the rubbish. Yeah, they're like the Aborigines in Australia. Like when I was up at Broome, I was a fire manager stroke security manager up at Broome Airport. And of a weekend, the Aborigines will come in, right? And they in Roebuck Bay, and they stop at the there's a big sporting field as you come into town. There's a big sporting field there. So they'll just camp there. Right, they'll just camp there. There could be up to 50 of them, from little tiny pickaninny buggers up to grandpas and all that. And they'll go and get a cart of piss and come back out, sit there and just drink it all. And they'll just throw all their rubbish just around them. This is a true story. And then after a couple of hours, they'll just say like, oh, this is too dirty here. So they'll get up and I'll move 20 metres down the field and sit down again. Honest, fucking incredible. Incredible. And you know, there's not one piece of rubbish. That's because it always gets picked up. Honestly, yep. That was an amazing place, Broome, I tell you. I spent a year and a half up there before I went to Saudi Arabia. And I was sort of like, wow. But it takes generations to change habit, guys. That's it, you know. It takes generations to change habit, you know. Like you look at someone who's a dickhead, you know, his father's a dickhead, the mother's a dickhead, he's a dickhead, and it's probably going to be a while before his kids turn out to be half dickheads, you know. Morning, Oi! How you, darling? Bloody I doing washing up until fucking 6:30 last night. I see why when we have people here, like I works 4 days up until she'll have dinner with us, of course, every night that she's here, and she'll do the dishes. Then she'll sit down and watch TV with Chic. And 10 o'clock she goes, I go home now. I said, all right, bye, darling. And days. So days when we have visitors here, they guest staying, then I'll say, oh, we've got guest staying on Friday, Saturday. Can you do extra? And she goes, yep. And she loves it because instead of knocking off at 1 o'clock on a Saturday, she gets to stay until 10 o'clock at night. You know, it's like, and she doesn't have to go home and do the fucking washing, you know. So yesterday she finished here. She was home by, I think 1:30. And she was out doing the washing up until 6:30 last night. When I come in at 6:30, she was still hanging up clothes. No shit. Poor baby. But that's all they get her to do. You know, she can't cook. They won't let her cook or anything like that because of her thinking. But oh well, she gets that done. But it amazes me they got the nephew now. He's about 14, 15. He does fuck all. And they don't even fucking make him work. You know, like even Mary Lou in her condition. And the girls, you'll see, it'll be Vanessa, and the older sister. She'll be there. She comes in on a Saturday night, goes Monday morning, ping, 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 and they'll be doing a clean up in the farm, and the boy will just be sitting on his fucking phone. And I went over there one day. I was doing something, and I said, "What's Louis doing? Fuck all." Oh, he goes. I said, get the lazy son of a bitch off his fucking ass. I said, look, his grandmother's working, his mother's working, he's just sitting there doing fuck all. And you don't even get a head up. He knows fucking how much I don't like him. We done so much for that little prick, you know, when he was a young boy, like he was about 4 years old, 5 years old when he first got here. And I said, we used to be very sociable with him, brought him Christmas presents all the time. I brought him 2 bikes over the years and birthday presents. You know, really, really looked after the little bugger. Oh, this tonton. Really looked after the little bugger. And then he started attacking Polly through the fence the last about 2 years back. He'd walk down the pathway, and he'd get his shirt, and he'd flick his shirt at the fence. So I got up here one day. I said, hey, you little fuck, you know, cut all that shit out. And so he hasn't spoken to me since. I'm so sad. Yeah, I'm over it. But doesn't do nothing. The parents... His mama, I can't say his parents because his dad's not there. This is one of those towns where the population never changes in 20 years. Woman gets pregnant, man leaves. You know, it's like population stays the same. Yeah, Australian guy. I see what you're saying about the race. If you pick it up, they look at you stupid. Like What's he doing? You know, like the old days when you smoked, everyone used to just throw the cigarettes on the ground. Now they find somewhere decent to hide them and throw them behind a rock or something. But in the old days, it was just fucking, out there. Miller's worse than Cebu. Well, it's something. Yeah, I know that definitely. But I was amazed at how bad Cebu was when one of our subscribers come here and he stayed with us for a couple of nights, and we were in town. I said, "Fucking rubbish, these fucking dirty bastards." He goes, "Well, that's nothing. You go to Cebu, mate. That's where you'll see rubbish, mate. You'll fucking see it there." I said, "Why you throw rubbish on your beautiful land?" Yeah, they got no idea, mate. No idea, Aussie. No idea. Yeah, see what I said? Yep, exactly. They looked at it strange as if to say, "What's he doing? He's picking up rubbish. What's fucking wrong with him?" You know, my God, I tell you. But someone like that, what can you do? Chris Allen, good morning to you. How's Chick feeling? Oh, Chick's fucking down. She's like fucking out of it at the moment. I don't know if it's hay fever or what. Continually sneezing. She's getting nosebleeds. If it's have the aircon on, her nose blocks up and she gets bloody nosebleeds. She's just pulling out fucking bits of blood out of her fucking nose each time she sneezes and wipes her nose. And she just goes into a total, and I tell you, she scares the shit out of her because she gets really mad with herself. She'll be like sneezing, and I and myself, we go, what? She goes, fucking sick of this. I'm fucking sick of it. And it's like, okay. So she's trying all different pills. One of our subscribers sent a plastic box with all these pills in it, with Panadol, Sudafed, fucking everything you could think of, right? And another one we've got is just all bandages, because to go and get bandages here in the Philippines is fucking, forget it. It's a joke. So anyway, one box. So we went through it yesterday morning with her, and I said to her, "Look, here's these ones here, hun. You know, they're for hay fever or some fucking thing like that." It's just like, I tried something like that one time back. Yeah. Did it work? Yeah. I said, well, fucking try it now then, woman. Try it now. Excuse me, guys. I got to get a coffee for Tonton. Come on, you little shit. Hi, guys. I'm back. He's got his coffee and snacks. So every morning when he comes, he gets coffee and snacks off us. Normally it's I's job, of course, but not today on a Sunday. It's my job. Well, if Chick's around, she'll go and do it. Hey, so Tonton's a bloody good worker, I tell you. He's so wrapped getting the refrigerator. So wrapped. Right, Cliffy. Hey, Will. Do we know where Patrick? No, mate. Don't know. I don't know. It's when I went in there, it was probably about 2 years ago now, and it's fucking terrible. We're up there with Bob and Joy, and went there, said to them, "Oh, great place here, blah 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 blah." So we go up there to the fine dining area, and got a steak. Chick got salmon. She likes the salmon, grilled salmon, beautiful. This salmon come out, no shit, would have been about 1.5 inches wide. Fucking, the normal piece where they cut it up into steaks would have been 1.5 inches wide, if that, if. And she looked at that, and I said to the waitress, "Oh, is that the entree serving of the salmon? Is it?" And I tell you, and the steak was not very nice whatsoever. Was not nice at all. So anyway, we finished our meal. We went down into the pastry area, which is around the back, in the back corner, where they sell. It's a lounge coffee shop. They have, when we used to go in there, they'd have all the meat pies, sausage rolls, breadsticks, all the different types of breads, everything all laid out on a big counter in front of you, and you could say what you wanted, do it. We walked in there, and there's a little glass case, and they got one display of each item in there, and they got meat pies, fucking 2 days notice required. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I said to the waitress, I said, "Where the fuck is everything?" And she goes, "Oh, it's all under new management now, new owner." And there was a guy sitting down on one of the coffee tables doing some paperwork, a Western guy, and she goes, "That's the new owner there." And he just looked up at us, and we just looked at him and went, Okay, so another thing, a great establishment gone to shit. That's all I can say. We've never been back since. Never been back since. Absolute shit. And that was the place to go for fine dining. Daytime, nighttime, beautiful fucking steaks. And I mean, it's like the big Argentina steaks, big bastards. They slice it down for you to put it on a plate. Like it takes 2 people to eat it. Now, fuck my dog. But when we asked her, "Where's Patrick?" she said, "No, he's no longer here. It's got the new owner." So I don't know. I really don't know. Even on Facebook, we tried to contact him on Facebook. He was a nice guy too. Best spots in town. Getting lots of gear sold ahead of selling my place here. Skip bins, godsend. Skip. Put your 0-turn ride-on mower in a Ballard bind box. Send it to me. I'm going through negotiations at the moment with Alibaba, and to get a replacement big red, even on Alibaba, fuck me dead, 250,000. That's not even counting. That's to buy it and the shipping fees. Shipping fees are nearly $900 to ship it here, and then you still got to pay import fees. And I'm like, fuck off. It's like, you kidding me? Fucking hell. I could buy bloody a loaf of bread for that. Will you fuck off? Go. It's like Martin Cliffy, when because he was a plumber, one of his trades, his last years was redoing up bathrooms and bedrooms and all that stuff. His last years, many jobs before that, of course, skills. And he said the same thing. He said, "Oh, I threw out boxes of those, looking at valves." And he says, "Oh, God, I threw out boxes of those, just threw them all in the skid." And it's like, shit, it's amazing. It's stuff that you can't get in the Philippines. It's just common shit over there in the UK where he was. Right, Gary saying hello to everyone. Everyone's saying hello. I'm not saying hello to any bastard. Right, hello, everyone. A lot of drama. G'day, Will. Enjoy the stream. Thank you very much, stream guy. Yes, Will. Aborigines say, "Oh, we're so proud this is our land." Our land. Now, everywhere you look's a fucking MO flag next to the Australian flag, the fucking racist bastards. And that's the Australian government for you. Don't get me started. They're all out bringing out new laws to protect the LBGTs 1, 2, 3s, because of discriminations and fucking, See, I'll tell you, if I was in Australia, I'd go fucking ape shit. I'll tell you now. It's what Aborigines say. "Oh, we're so proud of this land," but they don't care. Smash bottles and throw rubbish. They just don't care. I never say I was, Will, but I say never was, never will. You got these white city slickers, these suckers, I won't say the words I want to say. We'll all fly the flag for the fucking Aborigines with their land, and this is their land, and we want to So one guy got fucking sacked because when they start a ceremony in Australia, they start a meeting, they'll go, well, before we start the meeting, we want to say thank you to all the indigenous people of this land who have allowed us to be here and that we can prosper on their land, and we thank them very much. Right, guys, today's meeting's going to be about how we're going to build this bridge over the chicken house. Right? And one guy, he said, for fuck's sake, he says, do we have to do this every time? He said, I understand if it's like Australia Day, or if it's Anzac Day, or it's a big event. He said, but every morning I come to work, we have a toolbox meeting and say, right, guys, this is what we're going to do today. Be safe out there. You started all with fucking want to thank the traditional people. And he said, oh, for fuck's sake. So they sacked him. So he took him to court. He was a government worker. So he took him to court and he won. So good on you. Fucking bastards. Jeez, they piss me off. Fucking piss me, they do. But anyway, like I was saying, that's all the city people, right? Now you get away from the city. Now you go up through Western Australia, Northern Territory, and you'd be fucking shocked, mate. You'd be absolutely shocked. But, however, saying that, when I was at Broome, my wife then, Aussie wife, she was a teacher, and she was doing relief work. So when the teacher's going on holiday, she'd go in and do the work, right? And she got a 2 weeks in an Aboriginal community north of Broome. It was a couple of miles up. When I say a couple of miles, like fucking 4-hour drive up or whatever. And that community was the most cleanest community. No, it was a full alcohol ban. No alcohol allowed on the fucking site whatsoever. And I tell you, I can still see it in my head now because I drove up there on the weekend. So she went there for a week. Then the weekend, I was up there with her. Oh, yeah, stop it. So she was there for 2 weeks. So I went up for the weekend and took the tent up there. We camped by the river there. But it was the most cleanest fucking Aboriginal town, reserve, bloody whatever you want to call it. And I tell you, and even she said, I take my hat off to these people. She said, the kids are so well to the elders. The elders enforce everything. And she said, they're really nice community, a really nice community. But on the other hand, you look at other ones, fucking hell. Well, we used to get calls at Catherine. We get calls at the night shift, and I'd say, oh, there's a fire up on the main highway. So we fucking go out there in the truck, and there'll be the locals, right? There's a Aboriginal community just further out from us from the base, and so no alcohol allowed there. So they stop on the side of the road, and they light a fire, and they sit there and drink a couple of cartons of piss. And then when they've drunk everything, then they'll drive then into the community. And we used to get a lot of calls of a night saying, oh, there's a fire up on the main road, blah, 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 blah. So you go up there and it's just all them sitting there. Just sit around and fucking drive back again. In some towns, I'll tell you, cans of beer. They used to pay. Now this was 1993. Okay, 1993. The community, the same one I'm talking about, which is past the ref base, they would call up a taxi and say, I want a carton, bloke. I want a carton. So the taxi driver will go through the drive-through, get a carton of piss. He'll drive all the way out there, right? And they'll buy the piss off him and he'll charge him $50. And that was in 1993. Because to go there, pick him up, come all the way back, go there, drop him off and come all the way back. So he used to charge him $50. And, of course, whatever the carton was. Fucking amazing. And they used to do it because they had so much money. Seriously, how'd they get so much money? Because of mineral rights. It's another day's story. Right, we're up to. Back in WA till my place is sold. Well, I tell you what, like you're not trying to sell something here in the Philippines, it takes fucking years because no one's got money. All the locals have land, but it's all been inherited. So they never paid for it. And they've got, oh, I've got 2 hectares of land. You know, with Australia, you're like, fucking, wow. But here it's just fucking, nothing. That's why land doesn't sell very fast. If it's going to sell, it's probably going to a white guy. There's back in West Australia to the house is sold. I'll keep a house I have in Perth, but spend my time in the Philippines. Long process because I keep getting off of little projects with a little coin, yeah. And I tell you, you go through a lot of coin when you're here. You really do. Like you can say, like, I've got 10 million to buy land and build a farm and all this type of stuff. And you find in 2 years' time, it's all gone. You know, it really is. It all goes so fast. It's incredible. Like the amount of money I spent on this place, you know, like I'll get a payout from the Middle East. It'll be 100,000 dirhams for your long service, 110,000. So that's so you're getting 1.3 million baht peso, and guarantee you it goes pretty quick. Let me get Sam in. Oh. You okay? Yes, no? All right. But money goes quick here, I tell you now. It goes very quick. We're okay now. We're got all the buildings done and everything else. But it's like having a boat. You know when you have a boat, those who haven't got a boat probably wouldn't fucking know, but it's like having a boat, right? You have a boat, you're always buying something. You're always buying something for the boat. You know, it's like, oh, I've got this new navigator out there. Oh, I've got this new chart plotter out. Oh, I've got this new marine radio with marine speakers and fucking, oh, I've got this cutting duck board. And you're always spending fucking money. Seriously. Oh, go away. Ah. Fuck off. Go on. Fuck off. And all my paperwork. So the Australian government has sent me a proof of life letter, and they said, proof of life, you got to get this signed and say that you're still alive, your address and details are still correct. Took 3 months to get here. And they said, if you haven't got it done by the 25th of December, your pension could be affected. Well, it hasn't. And I thought, fuck me. It's now March. It's March, for fuck's sake. You know, like, so I filled it all in, but I've got to take it to a lawyer to sign in front of him. So that's what Monday's work is. So that's what Monday's work is. I've got to go to the lawyer, sign that. And I find it very strange because it's the first time I got my pension 1999, April the 24th, day before Anzac Day. And this is the first time I've had to show proof of life. So it's not bad getting a pension since I was 40 years old. Very happy with that. So that's 26 years I've been getting it now. Very happy. You pay your taxes, you work for your country, you get paid. And some dickhead fucking commented last week, he goes, oh, another bomb living on Centrelink overseas. It's like, fuck me. Go Centrelink, mate. Report me to Centrelink. Go on, hurry up. Centrelink will go, who the fuck are you talking about? We don't have anyone in them records. Oh, well, try this name. No. Try this name. No. He's not on Centrelink, mate. Fucking wankers. But that's the trouble with people. They got small dicks, and all they can do is feel the power by trying to report people for things like trolls. You know, they got little tiny dicks, and it's like, oh, no one loves me because I got a little dick. I'm going to be a troll. You know. Ah, fuck my dog. All right. Hello, user. How are you? Morning to everyone in the chat. Thank you. Gary with 2 R's. Hello. Good to see you here. Must be warming up for you, Gary with 2 R's. Everyone's saying hello. Lizzie, hello, Lizzie. Good morning. How's Tonton's fridge? Well, I was outside. I was watering the fly screens. I was washing down the fly screens. He was knocking off at just before 5. I was waiting for Chic to do the milking of the goats. And Tonton brought his cups out of the bamboo hut, his cups and plates from lunch, and put them on the side. And Tonton's got his coffee, hon. Welcome. Morning, Vanessa. Morning, Aiden. And Stubbs got the white chicken. So anyway, I said to Chick, if he needs an extension lead, you know, because if you know what his house is like, you probably got power, you're just going to a light. So anyway, I said to him, if he needs an extension lead, let me know. So he's bringing his cups back, and I said to Chic, "Han, ask Don, did he need an extension lead for his new refrigerator?" So they chatted away in jungle. No, hun, he said he didn't need it, and thank you. Then he come up and give me another hug. He just can't stop hugging you. He's like, thank you. It's okay, mate. It's okay. So he's very happy. So Bob brought him a two-burner cooktop, and we paid for the gas bottle and the regulator and hose, and we replaced that for him. So that's about we done it last payday. So I think it lasts him one of those half-size bottles, 5 kgs, I think they are, half size of ours. I think it lasts him 4 weeks. I think. So I said to Chic, I can't remember. I remember it was a payday, but was it last pay or the pay before? But the trouble is, as you know, the price of gas has gone up. We stopped at one place where we always get our gas from, and normally we pay 1,100 pesos for 11 kg. Well, they had to sign out the front 2,200. They doubled it. And I said to Chic, oh, that's fucking ridiculous. Because we had ours plus tontons. And I said, we'll see what it's like in town, because we're going to town. So we go down to town, stop at a place near Mama's. I'll walk in there and have a look, and they got 1,100. I said, Chic, it's only 1,100. So she's talking to the people there, and I said, no, the price hasn't gone up yet, but it will. And we said, oh, the place up the fucking road has doubled it already, and their price is 2,200. He says, no, that's not right. I said, yeah, it is fucking right. That's what they're doing, but I know what you mean. But they just say, no, well, we bought it for 800. We sell it for 1,100. Fuck it. Price is going up. Let's sell them ones now, quick. You know, it's not that fuel gouging in Australia. You know, same thing. Same thing. Lizzie once more. Good morning to everyone. Thank you very much, Lizzie. Gary, it better be maybe +4. Wow! Plus, you're in the pluses now. Fuck my dog. Hello, Tim Diaz. Hello to you. Itchy coffee time. What's that? No man. Norman Robert, is it? Hello up from Hawaii, William and Chic. I said on the BBC News, they said thousands evacuated due to flooding in Hawaii this morning. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Hello, Noel. Health update on new pills. I feel a lot better. My problem part of my pump is enlarged because my whole blood pressure. Oh, he looked like walking fucking deaf. Seriously, like walking deaf. And I said to Chic, fuck, he's not looking good, hun. I said, he's not going to make it by the end of the month. You know, I've seen people on death row. I tell you, Noel looked it. He really did. It's like, you know, he said he's just got no motivation. He's got no energy, and it just feels like shit. You know, well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Noel. I tell you, I'm glad. If you want some meat pies, let me know. I can bring you a couple in, buddy. If you want some meat pies, let me know. And if you want some bacon, let me know. For those just joining, oh shit, it's a long time back. Got a lot of catching up. Like I said, I don't do the like some people, some are really slow, like, you know, them foreigners who farm in the Philippines, these go really slow, and it's just like, oh, Kevin Wilkins says hello and how's things going, and well, fucking, you want to say hello, say hello, but I'd have to read it out, you know, like, fuck me, you can read, can't you? Oh, Cliffy, hey, Chris and Gary, hello, everyone. Anyone seen spring over there? Well, I'll tell you what, it's amazing now, because they were talking about spring with, what's it on the Iran or something like that, with a big festival coming up for the New Year or something like that. We'll get Chic some honeycomb honey in wax. Chilled until the honey's gone, split out the wax with some hay fever. Wow! Well, I'll tell you what, she is absolutely... Hello, baby.
Hi.
Everyone asking how you feeling with your cough and sneezing, fucking...
Well, still flowy.
Still flowing.
Yeah, wait lang, Tabs. I'm gonna send our photos to GC Han for our attendance.
Oh, you got to have proof of attendance picking up their fucking rubbish in the street.
Yeah.
Fucking lazy. Female penises. Seriously. God, they annoy me. Coffee, snacks in the fridge. Someone's having a good week. I tell you what, he is. He really is. Yeah. And look, you look after him because of loyalty. You know, like he comes in here. He doesn't work. He works Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. His normal job, and that's a water delivery boy. And his boss there, he knows how good he is because he's given him some land where his house is now. He's gave him the land, and they're getting the paperwork organised. And he helped him out with his license and everything. And we'd never ever take him off of him and say, "Look, come full time." We'd never ever do that because his boss looks after him the same way we do. Really looks after him, you know. So we have him on Saturday, Sundays. Now I'm giving him on a Friday, and he said, "I don't work Thursdays." I said, "No, you have that with your family. The family time is very important, Tonton." I get Chic to chance like. And I said, family time is very important. I didn't realise that in my younger days. I was working 2 jobs, and I was in the Air Force working, and off hours I was doing security work, and fucking hours and hours and hours and hours. Some days I didn't sleep for 3 days. No shit. So I said, no, quality with family. No work on you Thursday. Do what you want. You go work someone else on Thursday, but in my mind, no. Starkey, thank you very much for that, Starkey. Thank you very much. That is very loyal. And how's all your gasolines going in Australia, guys? Let us know. Like I said, here we're paying, was it 110 for diesel now?
Yeah, 102 to 111.
Between 102 and 111 is dieseline now. And
I'm going to the goats for banana.
All right, baby doll.
Bye, guys.
Just going to feed the bananas to the gates. So everything's just gone up like really bad. And listening to the BBC, India's got it worse because they import 90% of their oils and gases. So they're going back now to coal, which is saying they just got to cleaned up a bit the environment. Now they're going back to coal again and burning charcoal for cooking fires and all that stuff. Because India imports all their fucking gases. That's why they had a special deal with Iran and said, can you let this fucking gas ship through without blowing it up because we need oil. You know, we're mates with Russia, like fly the flag, Yeah. Gary. Hello, Gary with 2 R's again. I'm sorry, guys. Texting is hard for me tonight. It's hard like that. I know, I tell you. I understand, Gary, but I'm glad you're feeling good too, mate. I'm glad you're feeling good. Like my dad said to me years ago, he said, worst thing about getting old, son, he said, I'm going to more funerals than I did fucking weddings. I was like, okay, very good. Starkey again, thank you very much. Thank you, much appreciated. Balls in motion, g'day. Alan, hello, g'day. Try Science, hello, my friend. I hope the Tangerine Jesus don't crank up your expenses too much with the lunatic war against Iran. I hear electricity might also got 4 pesos per kilowatt next week. Get I don't use AC. Wow, fuck yeah. Well, I'm glad I brought all that fuel. Remember 80 litres of fuel that I brought. And I said to Chic, the fuel's going to go up. And because Scott sent me a message. Scott, fuck all to do with you. Scott sent me a message. Scott, fuck all to do with you. And said, fuel's going to go up, Will. Trust me, it's going to go up. So I said to Chic, right, next day, clean out the jerry cans, clean them all up. We're going in to fill them all up. So one of them was fucked, so I ended up getting 80 litres anyway. So I was pleased. And bugging me dead, what happened? About 4 days later, she went up and up and up. It's not like the old girlfriend going down and down and down. So guy, Will, I say, I am traditional owner of my land. Well, I had Aboriginal workers that I worked with when I was in Santos Oil and Gas in Australia, and their office was next to mine. And I got on really well with them. We used to get on the piss of a night time. You're allowed to have a couple of beers after work until 7 o'clock. So they used to come in, I'll go in to see them. You see all the photos. So what the monitor's job was, they go out into the sticks, right? And, well, it's no sticks, it's fucking desert. So they go out into the desert, right? And they say, right, this is where the new oil or gas pipeline's going to go, money gas is going to go. So they look for Aboriginal sites. And if there are there, they mark them down, they GPS it all down, they take photos, and they'll let them know, the main office know, and they'll say, right, can we go around this site? And I'll come up with it. And if they can't, well, fuck it, I'll just bulldoze straight through it. So I got on really well with them. And I'll tell you, one girl got stuck out in a creek miles away from nowhere, and she pulled the running boards off the side of the whoopee, put them underneath the wheels as a ramp, and she drove herself out. And when she got back to camp, which was going to be back before nightfall, when she got back to camp, the manager said, "What have you done to the vehicle, brother?" She said, "Well, I got bogged and I used them as ramps to drive out." "Oh, you've got to have repaint." And I looked at him and I said, "How much would it cost for a recovery team to go out there? And how long would it have taken?" And she used her own initiative, But there's one Aboriginal guy there. He fucking hated white boys. Old guy. He hated. He got sacked. Finally got sacked, he did. And he goes, "Santos people, they're all stupid. You know why?" He said this to a supervisor, right? A white supervisor in charge of maintenance. He goes, "Santos people," he says, "you know why they're all so stupid?" And he goes, "Why?" He said, "Because they're white. That's why. They're white." So they said, "Right, we got to get rid of this guy." So the only way they could get rid of him was a safety breach. So they got him by going to a well site where it's all fenced off, and he got hard hat signs, so you must have a hard hat to enter this area, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't. He just walked in like, I'm King Cole. I can do anything I fucking want. So, of course, he was seen by the operators and safety breach. They got rid of him. But he was just fucking, and he goes, you white guys, just one day I was having a beer with him, right? And he came over and he goes, "You white guys said you got it so easy, hey?" And I said, "What do you mean, mate?" They get paid $50 an hour then, right? This was in 2000, right? 26 years ago. They were getting paid $50 an hour. We were on, I think, $25 an hour. They were on $50 an hour. He says, "Well," he said, "we walk out there, mate." He said, "We walk out there, we're walking the land and we're taking a photographs, mate." He said, and you white guys, you're in air-conditioned vehicles and air-conditioned graders." He said, "Not like us, we're fucking out here." I said, "But you get paid $50, mate, an hour." I said, $50 an hour for kicking fucking rocks ain't bad, mate. He said, "Oh, you white people are all the fucking same, eh?" And I'm like, I had to walk away. Seriously. Some of them are just, but the others, fucking great people. Honestly, great people. Great. We used to fly into Brisbane. And they're flying together. We'll stay at the company's hotel, right, which is one where they had all their contractors around the corner from the big house. And they'll be there, and I'll say to them, "You're staying?" See, there we got the Santos rates. So we're staying for 3 nights before we head up to Moree or fucking wherever else they're coming back from. Amazing. Down to the casino, they'll have fun, great fun. But, like I said, there's always bad apples everywhere you go. Look at the hog, hello. My traditional land. I can't believe that shit. Fuck me. Why is it? It's always the dark people are the most racist people out. There's us. Us. We're Australian. That's it. There's no Irish Australian like the Americans. Right? He's Irish American. He's fucking Spanish, Italian American. He's African American. Fuck. We're just Australian. That's it. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can be ancestors from England, like fucking 99% of the country was. You can say that. We don't say, "Oh, I'm English Australian." "Oh, but for 10 generations you've been living in the States." "Yeah, but we're African American." But what do you call yourself African American for when you and your great grandfathers were all born here? Because we're African American. The Australians are the same. We don't fucking say. We just say we're Australians. That's it. That's it. There's no fucking English Australian, fucking Kiwi Australian, fucking Irish Australian, American Australian. There's none of that shit, But the others got to say, "Oh, hey, black, don't you fucking go teasing me there, black. I tell you, mate, I fucking get you, mate. I fucking get you, mate. I tell you. I'm going to get my red casket, fucking throw my casket away at you bastard." Morning, Will. What machine do you use to seal the pies to put in the freezer? Well, David Greenslade brought us a vac machine, which is on the video of me wrapping the pies up yesterday. And it works on 240 volt. So he sent that over, and it worked. Believe it or not, it worked a couple of times and stopped. You just didn't have the power. So Dave came over here for holidays, and he took it back with him. He says, "Oh, fuck," he said, "that weighs about 10 kilos. He goes, "Oh, that's all right. I've dropped off all my luggage, haven't I, at Manila and here." He says, "I can take it back." So Dave took it back, and they said it's a voltage issue. So they plugged it into the 240 and it worked perfect. Fucking. So Dave sent it back over in a Ballock bind box, and he also sent over to make it work. Also sent over this. There you go. The EcoFlow. So whenever I use it, I've got to plug the EcoFlow into it, and it works perfect. And he sent over bags of bags as well. So from small ones, all different sizes. And I tell you, it's great. But you got to freeze the pies first, because if you don't, being soft, I'll just go, you know. Love them, mate. Love them fucking pies, mate. I tell you, bloke, them fucking pies, they're good, mate. Bloody yummy, yummy, yummy. So, Dave, again, thank you very much for that. Alan, hello, good morning. G'day, William and Chic. I can't believe that all them ducks started from one duck from the creek. Yeah, fucking amazing, isn't it? Hey, and breed. I was lucky that the guy from the prison farm, he come and brought the mama and the babies twice. You know, the young ones and the ones that are a bit older. I was quite lucky on them. But ducks are, they're very hardy. Chickens, 80% of them will die. You get a rainy day and they fucking, even the adults will go, you know. Ducks, mate. The only reason we've lost ducks was the ducks when the cobras attacked the cage where the babies were in there, the 2-day-old babies, and the cobra killed 2 of the babies there. Fucking, that was to go into my cobra. And it's like, But I tried to get the bastard out, but he ended up down the creek and off. So we moved them all up from there. We didn't put them that side of the fence of the creek again. You know, sort of like we fenced off the rabbit hole, as we call it, the tree with a hole in it. But ducks are very hardy, mate. Seriously. And another one, the other one we lost was the mother had six little ducks underneath the step, and the goats tread on one. Fucking. So she fucked off, and she went over to the other side of the farm, and she kept them over there. So what I ended up doing with her was finally getting her into the netted area where the no goats are that night, and she went well. But so we haven't lost any due to any diseases, colds, flus, nothing, mate, nothing at all. Yeah, absolutely lovely. And I've got 5 or 6 to put down again over the next week, 10 days. Over the next week, 10 days, because it's fucking free. The free freezers are fucking full. You know, so I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to put them. Maybe I have to buy another freezer. Don't say that. Who's this one? Bingo. For bingo. Legs 11. Will, did you put the new remote control on the gates? Well, believe it or not, I've looked at that, and that's the paperwork here. I had to scan it. All so that I can read it better. You know, and it's sort of like, so I scanned it all up, looked at that, and I've been looking at videos on installing. There's a couple of good Aussie videos out there. And actually, it's not just stick the rail on the fence and fucking turn the motor on. It's much more involved than that. So I went down and had a good look at it. I have to cut out a piece of concrete for the pad. So I've got to cut out a sloping area, put the pad in there. And I looked at the gate. We were going to replace the gate about 4 years ago, because when they made it, the left-hand side just rusted out, but the right-hand side didn't. So maybe they put red oxide on the right-hand side. They got halfway through and said, "Oh, fuck, we're out of paint now." And they just painted it black. And that actually rusted out bad. So Bob and I got some pieces of steel, and Bob and I went down there one morning, and we welded all supports on it to make it solid again and put wheels underneath it. So I said to Chic last night, I was sitting there at the front porch, stroking myself, thinking of no one in particular at the time. And I said, "Hun." She says, "Yes, babe." I said, "Hun." She says, "Yes, Styles." I said, "Hun, you know we're going to replace that gate about 5 years ago." "Yeah." I said, "I think we'll do it." So I sent a message to Tony, big Tony McBall, and said to him, he had a beautiful set of gates done on Angie's farm. I said to him, "Who's the guy who done your gates? Because I want him to replace ours." And he said, "I'll check for you." Then he got back about half an hour later and said, "Sorry, mate, he's left Panabo." It's like, fuck. So we'll find someone this week. We're going to town tomorrow. I want new gates built. New gates built. Now, we're going to do them before when Uncle Andy was here. So it must have been at least 4 or 5 years ago, at least. So I'll get the new gates in, and I'll get them made at the right height. Length is the main thing. The right length for the electric motor. But it's good. So you've got your remote controls, plus you can also there's an app you can run it on your phone as well if you've got the internet connected and all that shit. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So, but tomorrow we'll go into town and see if we get fabricated a new gate. But here they put one roller on it. Where when I went to Thailand, I bought the double rollers, so it's like a triaxle type thing. And when they fucked out, when Bob and I done the rebuild, that's what I put on there was those double rollers, so that they just go if the ground's not right. So I'll have to order some more of those and get them to put it on. But I said to Chic last night, when they make it, I don't want them to paint it. I want to bring it here so that we can actually red oxide it and use a brush instead of a spray gun. You know, to give it a light fucking spray. Oh, yeah, it's all red, looks fucking good. But it doesn't do shit. You know, you scratch it and it's fucking rust. Just scratch it with a key and it was going to rust out. So we're going to do that tomorrow, guys. If we've got the budget. Who am I? Let's play. Who am I? Well, when I get the budget, I'm going to put the gate up the front. When I get the budget. Now it's 8 o'clock. I'll be going live now. So let's see. Yeah, fuck me. Who am I? Aussie guy. Yes, Will. The more north you go in Australia, the blacker they are, the more better they are. Alice Springs is the worst place in Australia. Actually, many people say that about Alice Springs, believe it or not. Yes. Alice Springs, yeah, a town like Alice. Yes. I've heard that many times. Many times. I've only ever flown into Alice. I've never actually been there by road or anything like that, because when I used to go up to Davao and all that, it was always Queensland way from Mount Isa up through that way. I never ever went down the guts. I missed out that section in the middle. Right, Tim. William, did you ever finish the water tank system for Bob? No. Well, yes, it is. It's all finished. However, the pump's getting a like a water hammer into it. So he's ordered a tank that it leaves that. It's supposed to have turned up, say, for example, the 28th of last month. And that came and went. And I said to Bob, where's your tank, mate? What's the GO? And he said, oh, the order was cancelled by them. They couldn't deliver it. So he has to order another one. And I said, look, I've got one on mine. I said, but I never had one before for 4 years. But the new pump I ordered after 4 years turned up with it. I said, I'll take mine off because I don't need it, you know, and I'll come to you and I'll put it in next Monday. And he said, no, there's no hurry. But we doubled his water pressure, believe it or not. So the tank will fill up. It's a 1,000-litre tank, fill up with the ball valve, and he just uses on demand. It worked out very good. But he needs that little thingamajiggy. What do they call it? The agro fucking whatever. Aussie guys, so beautiful to see you. Well, you know, we had the money. We got their we got our payment for me back in the years. Still waiting for the lump sum. So I said to Chic, why not? You know, they don't have a fridge. So tonight, I said to her yesterday, I said, we'll give him some ice cream. I made up ice cream that's in the freezer, and we couldn't give it to him before because what are they going to do with it? Like, you can't even give him like a couple of beers, you know, it's sort of like, well, they're going to be hot, you know. So we're going to give him some ice cream tonight so that he can put in his freezer and his little girl can enjoy that. His little girl. Gary, true, Will. I do buy stuff for... Yeah, I told ya. Boats, mate. Boats are like women. Fucking always something to buy. Always. Boat. Bust out another 1,000. Yep, Tim, dead right, yes. But, yeah, it is. Like, I had a beautiful fishing boat I brought when I was up in Broome, and it was like a speedboaty type configuration. I had an 80 horsepower four-stroke on the back, and that moved it quite nicely, a nice 35, 40 knots. And I had a canopy that come up as well, and it got bolted on with at the front of the windshield come around, but it didn't join. And, of course, yeah, I had the chart plotter, the def sounder, the fucking... and it's like... And a mate of mine in Australia said, mate, he said, I was in the speedboats, Will, with what do you call it, skiing? He said it's Sydney. He said, and that is crazy. He said everyone's putting all these mules on their boats and they're buying skis and putting mules on their skis. He said he turned up with 44-gallon drums of fucking fuel on the, you park it down onto the river. He said the skiing was so bad. He said they even put mules on their fucking trailer, their boat trailer. He said they'd paint their boat trailer and put fucking signage, mules all on that. He said it was one of those, I've got to be one step better than you, if you know what I mean. You know, like living up with the Joneses. He said that was fucking crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, I tell you, this is right. When you're out in the bay fishing, I even had the 12-volt fridge in mine as well. It was sort of like, and I was that tempted to put the barbecue, the gas barbie on the back. You know, you get the rails with the barbecue on the back. You know, if you get charcoal or gas. I was nearly going to even get one of those on there. Seriously, I was so close. It's like, no, just put the cutting board on. Put the cutting board on. Gary says to Tim, I only went out fishing once over our summer. Yeah, I'll tell you, the thing about boats cost a lot of fucking money, you know, a lot of money. Like mine, I was in Broome, and I think I put 10,000 down deposit, I think, and I paid the rest of it off. And when I was over in Saudi Arabia, I put it in the storage when I went to Saudi, and I was just making me payments out automatically out of the Australian bank account. And time I come back to Australia, it was all paid off. So, but I tell you, it's not cheap. And to get insurance on it, I remember the insurance lady says, well, got to remember, she said, your motor is worth more than the hull. I said, well, it's not really. I said, for little boats, little 8-foot, you know, the little 10-foot, 12-foot tinnies, I said, yeah, that would be, but no. I said, the motor's 80 horsepower, yummy, 4-stroke. I tell you, beautiful motor, absolutely beautiful motor. Loved it, you know, but it's all money, isn't it? I used my boat yesterday. It's bluefin tuna season. Oh, I love tuna. Fresh tuna, mate. The taste, fucking beautiful. It takes longer to clean it. You get tried to pull it back onto the shed. Yeah, it's dead right. When I was at Hamilton Island, when I was a fire house at Hamilton Island, they shipped everything from Broome across. So I had a 20-foot container with all the house effects in it that I kept. Plus, I had the boat on trailer. So they put that onto a semi and they drove it down to Perth, put it on a flat car, trained it across to Melbourne, put it on a semi and fucked it up to Hamilton Island. But I was lucky there because we had a Toyota four-wheel drive with a firefighting tank on the back and high-pressure hose and all this shit. So that was the same thing is I'd use that to put it into water. Or you could just ring up the marina and say, hey, next time you're down there, pick up your boat. So they would. They'll go down with the tractor, pick up your boat, and they'll put it in the water for you. It was quite good. But anyway, the thing was, we pull it out, and I had the Land Cruiser with the pressure cleaner on the back, and the pressure cleaned it all down. Because in the tropics, you can't leave a boat in the water. Like I had it once in the water there, I think for 3 days, and I'll tell you what a bitch that was. The pressure cleaned down. You know, the warm water. If you haven't got the right anti-fouling. And of course, these aluminium boats, they never fuck all. You know, it takes a long time to clean. Totally agree. It's like that fucking meat bandsaw I've got. You know, you put meat through that, yeah, fucking beautiful. But it takes you like 2-3 hours to clean. You know, lucky I's a patient one, you know. I grab a chair, sit down, I'll scrape all the meat off and the bones off, and you clean. And you just sit there. Just 2 hours, clean it, and it's immaculate. You know, use it for 1 hour, and it takes 2 hours to clean. Hi, Deck. Hey, Will, and the chat. Has the back block done anything with it? No, not at all. Not at all. The estate area that got repossessed by the woman. The woman took a loan with the finance company, and for X amount of million, I don't know how much. This is the short that I can understand with the jungle talk. And that is the woman who owns the land took a loan and she used the land as collateral. Then she put the land with the real estate up for sale. And the money she was getting in from that, selling the land, she was paying the loan off. However, by the due date, it wasn't paid off, and she still owed 2 million peso. So they closed, forfeited. They went to the courts. They put it out as it's a 2 million loan. It's still required. So anyone put it on the market for any price over 2 million. Whoever's got over 2 million. So they did. It got sold at 2 million. The offer was accepted. And of course, everyone missed out and they had to pull all their structures down and they fenced it all off. And now 80% of it they've cleared and they're growing corn on it. 80%. But the thing is, the finance company brought the loan. There was only one bid, and that was the finance companies. But it was all legal. All went through the system legally. You know, we went through the courts. Yeah, we're going to repossess this land. We're going to put it up for auction, put it up there for bid, and we want anything over 2 million, which is the loan. Oh, we got to buy it at 2 million. Thank you. Got signed off by the courts, and the sheriff turned up here and he goes, "This is the order." No shit. You know, can you believe that shit? The fucking no one knew about it. No one knew about it until the sheriff turned up with the fucking paperwork and a group of people to pull down all the fucking fences. And I said, "No, don't touch my fences, mate. I'll do it." He said, "They've got to be pulled down." I said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I've got a work crew here." I said, "No, because Filipinos," I said, "I'll be rude to you. Filipinos don't give a fuck. They'll break half of the cement post and the wire. They'll just rip it all up and damage it." I said, "No." He looked at me and he goes, "Yeah." He said, "All right, you have a week to pull it down then. I'll let you go." I said, "Thank you." I was honest with him, you know. What can you say? But, so there is something happening about that, and I can't say anything now for maybe the end of the month. We can talk about that. I can't say anything at the moment. All right, Cliffy. The last trip, I left my driver's license in Oz. A mate sent it via priority mail. It arrived after 2 months, and I was back here. Priority, stick it up your. Yeah, bloody Andreas Martin in Germany. Hello, buddy. How are you? A lot of people watch their show, guys, but they don't comment. Okay, like Bob at the moment. Bob's the same thing. You won't see Bob comment, but he's always watching. There's a lot of people out there. Andreas Martin's the same. So Andreas Martin, thank you. He sent us a part. I forget what it was. What the fuck was it? He sent us a part that we couldn't get here. I can't think what the fuck it was. So anyway, he sent us a part that we couldn't use for the brush cutter. He sent us a 2-stroke, big ass brush cutter, 2-stroke, very powerful. You can change the heads on it. You can put fucking chainsaw on it. You can put the hedge trimmer. And something broke. Was it the clutch or something? But anyway, he brought the part because it's in Germany. He brought the part and he sent it priority, costing him triple the money. 2 months later, we're still looking for it until Chic goes in. I say, "No, it's still not here." So believe it or not, true story, guys. True story on my son's ashes. So I said to Chic, "Right, go and tell them fucking idiots inside. When you go in there now, tell them fucking idiots that it's sent priority, right?" So instead of looking at the normal mail bag in the corner where all the boxes are that's sent, they must have an area where it is priority send. It wouldn't go in the same fucking bag because it's priority. It's separated. Do you understand what I'm saying, hon? Oh, yeah. I said, right, because it's priority, it won't be in the same bag as all the other fucking mail boxes. Okay. She comes back. What's she got in her hand? Fucking part. She goes, "They're right." They looked in the area where the all the boxes were for priority stuff, and yes, it was there, and it had been there for the last 2 months. No shit. Fuck my dog. Seriously, bastards. Right, where are we up to, guys? Where are we up to? Yeah, it's 200. Yeah, dead right. Yes. Cliffy, diesel now is $2.65 a litre. Fucking hell. Well, I said here it's 110 is the average price. And when we went into town the other day, it was pension day on Thursday, so we went to do the shopping. And as we're coming up towards the underpass, there's a service station there on the right-hand side. And there was the big trucks there, the tip trucks, the orange ones. There was 3 of those there, plus Land Cruisers and all this. And I said to Chic, has there been an accident here or what? Then we had a look, and their diesel was only 85 peso on Thursday. They hadn't put it up, all the others had put it up to 100, 110. And their one was still 85, which was still dickloads more. It was only 65. So 85. And they were lining up. The trucks were actually lining up to get it at that price. Imagine sitting there for fucking 3 hours and time you get there, they change it. Oh, wait, got to change the pump. Hey, I've been fucking in the line. Sorry, sir, got to change the pump. 110 peso now. Oh, you fucking bastard. You're such a bad boy. Ah, fuck my dog. Fucking, yeah. And, diesel used to be cheaper than gasoline because it was, it's an easy product. It's like we had a well when I was in Santos, in the Cooper Basin, when I was the fire officer there. Oils come in all different grades, right? So it could be like black tea, look the color of black tea, could look like that, and as thin as that, right up to that movie stuff you see, it's black, looks like sump oil, or it could be like wax, where they've got to heat the pipes up to get it out of the well, But we had one well. We had one. No shit. The oil that came out of that was the same grade as diesel. So they'd pump it out of the well. It would go into a separation tank with water because they have like 90% water. Right? Each stroke would give you 90% water, 10% fuel. That goes into a big cylinder tank thing, right? So this all pours into there and the oil floats on top. So what they've got then is the pipe on the inside so that as the water level rises, the oil's on top and that just runs down the pipe and comes out. And then open it up and the water, drain all the water out to the ponds. Then they shut it off again and it just keeps filling. But they had one well that produced the same as diesel. So what they used to do was they'll take it from there after the water's gone out of it and they'll put it straight into the tanks. Seriously. All the road vehicles will run on that. All the four-wheel drives, of course, are all diesel. It's going to have no gasoline. And it was all run off of that. It came out the ground as pure diesel. Can you believe that shit? Fucking amazing, hey? I was amazed. I learned a lot when I was in oil and gas. Learned a hell of a lot. Incredible shit. Incredible. That they used to use me for the shutdown. So I went to Roma. That's where the first gas field was in Roma in Australia. They were drilling for water and they hit the fucking and boom. Everything burnt down. They lost the rig, the drilling rig. Everything got fucking burnt down and all that. And it's like, yay, we've got oil, But there, the water. It's the same thing as each stroke is about 95% water, but it's hot because it's so far down. So when it comes out of the tanks, they've got these canals built. They're probably about half a meter wide, half a meter deep, right? Channels, and they've got the oil pipe sitting in that, and all the hot water that comes off from the separation fills up them channels and it softens up the oil so it can flow. It's like, how fucking amazing is that shit? Some they put chemicals in it to make it flow, but Roma, all these channels with hot water running down inside this pipe. Isn't that amazing? Fucking amazing shit. I had a good life, I tell you. I had a good life. So Aussie guy, next job after this live is wash my Land Cruiser four-wheel drive. I thought better get some fishing in whilst Australia still has fuel. Yeah, I tell you, it's getting worse. And Australia's got so much fucking gas. The Cooper Basin, our gas fields there, because this is the land here, right? And all the oil's up underneath here, extra far down. But below all that again is all the gas. Below the gas. So they'll pump it out. They'll pump it out, put it through the refinery, and get all the wet stuff out of it, the condensate. That they used to burn off years ago. It was just shit. Now that's worth more than oil, condensate. It's a highly flammable liquid. Then the gas is clean, and they re-inject it back down into the hole. It's like, what? Can you believe that shit? Yeah, I was amazed in oil and gas. Seriously, absolutely amazed. Jim, COVID was a kick in the balls that rise prices. Now the RRR doubled up. Yeah, the flow on is the same. Chick and I talked about that right at the start. We said they don't realise the domino effect from that. Like we're talking about the trikes, right? The trikes run around on gasoline. They put up their prices about a year ago to minimum fare ride 15 pesos. Used to be 10. So minimum is 15. So no matter where you get on or off, it's 15 pesos, you know? If it's longer, of course, you pay more by the kilometre and all that shit. But anyway, minimum is 15. So Wilfredo was walking past at 5 o'clock at the porch, and I said to Chick, ask him how much the fares have gone up now. And so she chatted with him, and he said, just 1 peso. And I said, fuck me, 1 peso, that's a lot of change to carry around, isn't it? Now, give you 20 peso, you know, you got to give him 4 peso back, because that's a lot of change. Fucking stupid. But yeah, the flow on, like, airfares. Now, people talking to us, they said the airfares, they flew out before it, and now they're going to fly back, and the prices have gone right through the roof. It's like, fuck me. Fuck my dog, seriously. But makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, makes you wonder. All that oil and gas we have in Australia, why the fuck, you know, why is it going up? Why? You'd be amazed at how much oil and gas we got in Australia, you know. I just don't know.
Chicken tomato, wherever they go, I water.
Ah. You're on Andrews Martin's pump now too.
Yes,
A lot of pressure in it.
yes.
All right, guys. So I've switched over because we haven't got the 12 volt because there's no rain. I've switched over to Andrews Martin Centre's electrical pump, and it's very powerful, and it's less electricity as well. And talk about electricity, last bill come in, was it 10,000? Last electricity, 10,200. So the last bill came in, 10,000. So I said, keep it updated on your spreadsheet, and I want to have a look at it later to see how much we used in December to how much we used January, February. Because remember, our bill went up to 14,000, and that was like, fuck my dog. And then December's bill came in January, 21,000. That's a rise of 50%. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then the next month it dropped down to 14, and she's got this month's now. She's got February's now, and it's only 10,000. I said, it's got me. You know, we haven't changed nothing in our life. Our lifestyle hasn't changed. You know, it's not like, you know, we've brought some new machinery that's running 24/7. You know, it's got me fucked. It really is. Got me fucked. Stacey, you just found out what the BBC means. Yeah. Stacey, actually, it's a true story, guys. Is the BBC, he made a video and he goes, well, guys, I just found out what the BBC is. I've just Googled it and I've found it. And he turns his camera, his phone around at the screen, and he goes, BBC stands for Big Black Beep. So, of course, he got reported for showing porn on the internet. He got a ban for 2 weeks. Like an idiot. What an idiot, you know? Seriously, what a fuckhead. But he's a great mate of the Hog, so, you know, he's over there now with the Hog come on live at 8 o'clock he's going to. So, yeah, good on him. Hello, Lynn, how are you? Lynn and Chris, hello. The belts are going very good. I haven't had any problems, Lynn. Haven't had any problems at all. Can you believe that shit? Boss Hog can mow the grass. Come back still catching up from the chat. Mate, I'm not going to make any more videos. I'm too busy. Now you realise he's losing so much money because he's getting $200. $200 is still $200 a month, guys, right? Yep. So when you look at it, it's still $200. So he's gone back into making videos again. So hello, Lynn. How are you? Jim Lawson, I hate you, Stacey. Chris, hello, Chris. How to see you? Like I said, the ride-on's going really good, mate. The blades, the belts, are no problems. So I think it's like you say, the pulleys has to be the pulleys. Has to be. So Chris is saying hello to William Chicken, the doggies and the goats and the chooks and the ducks. Thank you very, very much. Hey, live stream saying hello. So I had it open to anyone could comment the last few weeks, but Stacey came in and fucked that by leaving rude comments. So Gary had to arsehole him off out of there. But it just goes to show how trolls have got small penises, small penises. How small? Well, they have to sit down to piss. All right, Christopher. So, Raymond, I'm so glad they didn't rise the price of hand lube. Well, it all comes from there, doesn't it? Be amazed what comes from oil, guys. You'd be amazed what comes from oil. You'd be absolutely shocked. Chris, $2.40 a litre for 91 unleaded. $3 for diesel. Fucking hell. It's funny because when we filled up all the jerry cans, Chick said, it's X amount. I said, yeah, put the extra out of money. We took it to $7,000 or $5,000 or whatever it was. And I said, take it up to $5,000 by putting whatever's left into the van. I said, hon, I said, I remember when I was traveling, I made myself a 6x4 trailer. I made it, welded it all up myself, made a 6x4 trailer. And I had jerry can holders in the front where the spare wheel was. And I remember it cost $8 to fill a 20-litre jerry can, $8. And then I remember it went up to $10 and $12. And it's like, fuck me. When I left Australia, I think it was $12 to fill it. So just think about it now. Holy Jesus. Fill a jerry can, so $2.40. So you're looking at, what's that going to be? So 20, where are we? Here we go. I love these fucking computers. So $48. So it's going to cost $48 now to fill a jerry can. Can you believe that? Remember, it was $8. $8. I remember. $8. Fuck my dog is all I can say. Fuck my dog. So now $48 to fill a jerry can. And the thing is, on I watched the Australian channel news the other day. Very rarely I watch it. Very, very rarely. But I turned it on the other day, and I was saying our prices going up, and there's people they're forming a new committee to watch the service stations putting it up where it shouldn't be, right? Capping the fuel and all this shit. And they said that the other thing is all the hardware stores are selling all the jerry cans in the plastic fuel cans. Philippines, mate, you can put gasoline, petrol, diesel in a fucking water bottle if you want. And the hog does. The hog used to use that. You see him on his chainsaw and his mower, and it was with the what's that cutter-matic he had? The slicer-matic, whatever it was. But he had a couple of litre water bottle with his gasoline. He couldn't even afford to buy a fucking jerry can, even a plastic one, for fuck's sake. But in the Philippines, you pull up at the pump and they've got turn off your car, no mobile phones to be used, and only approved safety cans. They just pull up with fucking anything, mate. Anything at all to put the fuel in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Plastic drums, and they put a piece of plastic on the top, the lid as a washer, and they tighten them up, and they'll turn up with fucking 20-litre water bottles, 5-litre water bottles. Fucking them. They don't care because it's a sale. It's a sale. And who the fuck's got money to buy a safety tin? They look at all mine and go, fuck me, that must have cost him a lot. And it's like, yeah, well, that's what you do in Australia. You have fuel in proper approved tins, containers. All right, Christopher saying hello to everyone. Sue Chris says, hello, Sue. How are you, Sue? Sue, hello. Jace, is that Jim Lawson? It's okay, Roman. You can use Love's homemade dish soap. God. Well, soon the reason the Hogs restaurant will fail is that there's all the money has gone into fuel and no one could afford the petrol to go there. Oh, fuck me. But we've got supplies are incredible, guys. Now, when I was the fire chief in the UAE, right, I was at a site where that's where everything was. It's right on the left-hand side near Kuwait, near Qatar. Right, so all the ships will come in through there. They come in around. They go past Dubai, Abu Dhabi. They come up to us, and Jebel Dana, it was called Jebel Dana, and out at sea, 4 kilometres was a big buoy. They connected to that. The fuel was up on the hill, and they just opened up the valve and it just run down through the metering devices and straight out to the ships. They didn't even have to pump it. Now, we had tanks there that were 1 million barrels. We had 4 of those, 500,000 barrel tanks and all that shit. Now, you got to remember, guys, this was years back now, right? And they decided that if there's a problem with Iran, right? If there's a problem with Iran, they can't get the ships through to come in, right? Just remember that. So the UAE has got on the right-hand side, furthest over to the right, where you've got Oman, then you get UAE, but then Oman again on the top, all right? But that little bit in there's a place there called Fujairah, which you'll see on the map. They built a complete oil storage loading facility there at Fujairah. They cut through fucking mountains, mate. And because the mountain range up, they cut through that, and the pressure was so much they had to put baffles in the pipeline, like meter round pipes. They had to put baffles in there because of the speed it used to pick up. It was just fucking horrendous. Now, when I was there, like, when was that? When did I leave there? Must have been about 9 years ago, right? Fujairah, we were going through the development stages for their firefighting systems with the fire chief that was there. He was a British guy. And when I said to him, why have we got this new one, like the early days, he said, if there's a problem in Iran, he said, the ships won't be able to get in. But because we're here at Fujairah, which is near the bottom of Oman, where Oman's at the bottom, the ships can come into us and refuel, reload, and go out. They don't have to go up through the top. Now, that was 10 years ago, all right? So their plan must have been another 10 years before that, wouldn't it? And it cost them billions of dollars to put that in, because where I was, Jebel Dana, which is the other end of the country, we had a pumping station there. It was just a pumping station. That's all it was. Massive tanks, million tanks. Was it million barrel tanks? There, 2 of them there. And they were pumping out 1 million to 1.5 million barrels a day. And they were pumping that up to Jebel Dana, where I was, but the main load was going up to Fujairah. So have a look on the map, Fujairah. Seriously. And they don't have to go up the top. So there's no issue. Now, the point I'm saying is that was 10 years ago that was built, well before the Iran conflict. And it was another 10 years before that they would have, let's build this. So they knew it was coming. They knew it would come one day. They knew it would come one day. Fucking amazing, isn't it? Fucking amazing. Fujairah. Marshall still has 15 litres of the 16-litre kit she bought. What is she into now? I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I haven't followed the hog for fucking since Muhammad was coming through the mountains and fell over with the 12 tablets. 10 tablets. Oh, you're bad, William. Hello, Jim. How are you? I could only make a down payment on a full tank of gas. They checked my credit, for God's sakes. Well, that's what someone said the other day was that joke where he says, give me $2, give me $10 on pump number 1. And the guy said, you're not going far, eh? He said, no, I'm only driving to pump number 2. Oh, mate, that's bad, eh? Seriously. Now, I remember when I was on Hamilton Island, well, my boat I had there, as I told you before, I had the boat there, and I pull that into the marina at Hamilton Island and fill her up. And that was $1 a litre. Now, the average fuel then, I think, was probably about 70. It was about 70 in town, at Airlie Beach. It was about 70 or something like that. And we paid $1, and I thought, fucking, they're so expensive at $1 a litre, God, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Crack-a-lack and hello to you. Good to see you here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lynn, regards to all. Thank you, Lynn. And how's that little puggy dog of yours going? Chick said, when all these dogs pass, Will, I'm going to get another little stubby or what Lynn's got, that puggy dog. And I'm like, hun, dogs 10 to 15 years, baby, They might have a new breed out by then, new model. Raymond, my stepdaughter needs a sponsor in Ilgan Island. All Coco does is make her walk funny. Oh, God. Gary saying to Lynn, Will is slow with the chat. Yeah, I'm always slow, guys, because we're always talking. That's what it's about, you know. That's what it's all about. So people say, "Oh, why don't you catch up?" Oh, fuck, I don't want to catch up. You know, someone will say something, and we'll talk about it. That's what it's all about. Interaction with people, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Lucky I stocked up before the government told us not to worry about shortage. Well, let's. As someone said to me the other day, they said when we were in at the mall, I got 7,000 litres of diesel from to oh, tell you, good saving, very good saving. And someone said to me, they said, "Will, lucky it's not toilet rolls, hey." And I'm like, when I see the videos of people with fucking going to supermarkets with toilet rolls, it's like, buy a fucking hose, get an ass wash hose in there for fuck's sake. My God, fucking hell. Oh, that's fucking funny. 15 litres. I'm really surprised for it to be sold out with complimentary tuggy with each litre purchase. Well, it amazes me that the people, I say, are stockpiling. Like I did because I knew it was going to go up. And we were paying 60, I think about 61 or 62 is what we were paying. And of course, it went up to 85. I don't know how much it is now. Every day it's going up. Every day. Raymond, I'm not worried about fuel costs. My wife is the only one that works in this house. Aussie guy. Got to get government farm diesel rebates. The prices below one. Well, that's good. I'm good to see the Australian government's fucking doing something to look after the farmers. You know what I mean? Like, don't even get me going. Get me going. Hey, mummy, mum, hey. Stubbs, it's mum. Chick's on the hose, scared the shit out of the dog. It's all right, Stubbs is going off. He heard you. Relax, Stubbs, it's mum. Little dog. Where's his toy? It's a good watchdog, I tell you. All right, his hog's taking a nap. Sir Sucks a Lot. Hello, Sir Sucks a Lot. Lost Highway, enjoy your stream. Thank you very much. So remember, guys, there is a lot of communicating going backward and forth. That's what it's about. So people say you're behind. Yeah, fucking oath. You know, Brian said he would get a barrel of fuel, but there's no budget, and they're full of poo-poos now. The blue drum. Take the blue. Oh, there's that white chicken. Is it the same one that got attacked by Stubbs? Fuck, he ripped it. Gave it a new arsehole, that chicken. Fucking God, he ripped into it. Another story later, you see it on video. Yes, you don't want to suck the guts out of your pies with vacuum packing. Out of your pies. There's a lot of things you have to be careful of when you use. Oh, well, it's still alive. 1, 2, 3. It should be 4. No, Stubby. Look, he's looking at him. No, I'm going to kill you. A lot of things like wet items. It's very hard because when it's vacuuming through, right, and if you've got wet meat, the liquids can get sucked out of that. Then that will go in. It'll say warning wet, and it'll stop. It just won't work. It puts up a warning light and stops for a safety thing. So you've got to. What I do instead is use it manually until I start to see the water come up, and then I'll just hit the seal on it. But I tell you, they're great machines. They are really, really great machines. They really are. But of course, nowadays, they used to come out on a roll. They didn't have it in packets, different sizes. They used to be on a roll. You had a wide roll, a skinnier roll, and that was it. And nowadays, they come out with clear on one side and perforated on the other side. Because you've got to have perforated so that the air can get through. People say, "Oh, just use a plastic." No, it doesn't work, mate. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. No. But they're a godsend. Seriously, they're a bloody godsend. Aussie guy, yes, you don't want to say. Yes, Hog's taking a nap. What's the Hog doing taking a nap? Raymond, I asked Tate, what do you think? Tate said to me, it's hot. It's hot, baby. Bananas in pajamas. G'day, Gary. Hello to everyone. Chris. Hello, Christopher. Christopher Sakaras. Good morning, William and Chic. Fuel is close to $3 a litre in the fuel station. Wow, $3 a litre in the fuel station. He went, only has diesel, like a lot of funds that run out of unleaded. Really? Wow. That's the thing is, but the BBC, when I was listening, they're fucking idiots. They're going, well, what we need people to do is to be educated and don't use their vehicles for short runs, things that they could wait and do it once a week, or maybe using carpools to go to work. We have to re-educate the people. Oh, fuck my dog. Seriously? Seriously? And there says a politician who's got a fucking driver taking him around. Yes. Right, Tate has been swimming in the pond all day, but gets out before Brian gets home at 4 p.m. to film. Brian has to edit old videos into new ones. Steel is my game, and stupid is my name. He's really, I just can't believe how arrogant that guy is. Really, I just cannot believe. Oh, boss hogs in the making, Will. So what's he doing with the house now? Is that beautiful roof? Remember after the typhoon, a debt was it that everyone's giving him money for a concrete roof? He's going to put a concrete roof on so it never ever happens again. And he was getting so much money. He was driving an hour and a half to go and get Wi-Fi signal, and everyone, Tate's in the car, the kids in the car, they're all fucking smoking, and it's fucking raining still, and they're all like, "Oh, thank you very much for the $100, Jimmy. Yeah, we're going to get that concrete roof done." What do you do? Fucking put a bamboo, coconut tree roof on, with coconut leaves. But what I think was really funny, you got that silver lining for the heat lining. You put that down on the roof, then put the floorboards, the plywood sheets on top of that, and that was the walkway for the second floor. Well, what? What? So what good would that do? Apart from waste of money, people's money. Oh yeah, we've got all the silver heat-proof resistance, heat-proof. We've got it up on the ceiling here, and we put the plywood on top of that. So we go up there. What a wanker! What a wanker! Hello, Graham. How are you? Good morning, William. Did you cook and eat that turkey? That was good. No. It's funny when I was carrying it. Right when I was carrying it, it reminded me in Thailand, where the girlfriend I had in Thailand at the time, and her and her brother, they were sitting there eating snake in a soup, and she goes, "Ooh," and I said, "What is it?" She goes, "It's the poison from the snake." I said, "You got all the poison from the snake still there?" Aloy mak. She makes it really yummy, but it hits you, and I'm like, "Fuck me." So in goes the turkey into the burn pit, and we burnt him. But yeah, the Thais do. Yep, they get the snake. They leave all the poison in and everything, mate. They reckon it adds the flavour and to the soup. Serious, true story. That's why I said. That's why our chats go too long, guys, because I tell you about some of the fun things we had in our life. Raymond Keno's is going great. He's building a second car garage out of cocoa lumber. What was he doing? Fucking. Oh, I just don't know. I really just don't know. Nice job, Will. Thank you very much. My Gary, I might need the fuel from the boat soon. Yeah, you'll be draining the fuel out of the boat. But see, everything's going up. Look, Chic and I worked on, we're talking about something. We said, oh, the cost, it's going to be the fuel cost now is going to be the problem. Not something we wanted. So remember the dirt we ordered, the gravel? That was 1,500 for a truckload, 3 meters, and that's went to 2,000. That's it because the front end loader to pick it up, the excavator to pick it up, and the vehicle to deliver it is it's all gone up 500 pesos. 500 is a lot of diesel. Fucking bullshit. Seriously. Hello, Scott. I was talking about you before. How are you, mate? Scott, Philippine Adventures. He'll be coming out to the Philippines again very soon. Scott, Philippines Adventures. Scott, it's got fuck all to do with you. Good morning. So good morning to you, Scott. And we'll see you out here again soon. Cliffy, by the time you read this, I'll be gone. Apple trees need a drink. Have a fantastic day. Cheers all. Thank you, Cliffy. Thank you very much. Where are we? Fucking things just jumping all over the fucking place. Seriously. It just jumps. It's like you look and you think, oh, I've caught up now. I've only got about 2 lines to go. Then all of a sudden it'll go. It's like, fuck me. Get any feel that's got right. Basin, good morning, Will and Chic. It's only $6 per gallon here in my town. That's about 4 litres for you foreign blokes. My God. It's all around the world. It's all different prices. Like I said, India's having the worst hit at the moment because they don't have anything. And the UAE, right, with all the refineries, fucking everything comes in like into Das Island and fucking onto the land. And it amazed me, like they don't have a refinery to make petrol for gasoline. They import it all from Qatar. Can you believe that? And like Kuwait used to be free. Cost nothing, you just pull up to the bowsers, they fucking fill it up. And when I got to Saudi, it was 5.55 cents or some fucking thing it was of a dirham. So you fill a whole tank up of real. So you fill a whole tank up for like 1 real. You fill the whole fucking tank up. And when I got there in 83, I think it was 10 or 15, I think it was. And I remember one of my officers said to me, he said, yeah, the country went wild when they put it up. And I said, mate, 15, that's not reals, that's 15 cents, 100 to the real. And it's like, fuck me. And when I got to Qatar, I think we were paying 75 cents, 75 over 1 dirham. And when I went to the UAE, it was 115. And it's like, what the fuck? And then I said, yeah, they don't produce their own petrols. Oh, fuck me. Can you believe that shit? And what amazed me, the land, we're sending out 1.5 million barrels a day. We're sending out. Fucking amazing. And the sheik who owned the land, he's got a pipeline running through his property, right? He got $1 per litre that travelled across that pipeline. We were sending out 1.5 million barrels a day across that pipeline. He was getting $1.5 million a day, US. Fucking unbelievable, isn't it? Seriously, true story, guys. True story. True on my son's ashes, I swear, true as true as true. Right, everyone's talking about diesel, Scots. We call that black wax and yellow wax crude. Oh, okay. I'm with you. Because we had little bottles. They had a wooden display thing. Inside was all these little bottles, and they had all the oils from all the different fields and the different colours of it all. Fucking amazing. Seriously. Like I say, yellow, some size of tea, black tea. There was some that was jet black, there's some that was waxy. Yeah. Right. Tim, the electricity bill is high for December, so they can pay the bonuses. Yeah, it did. Well, that's like the post office, right? We got a PO box, right, where people send us stuff, PO box. And mainly for the secure mail because there's no mail delivery here, right? If I get official mail from Australia, could go fucking anywhere. So we got a mailbox because we did have a problem. And a couple of years passed, and Chick says, oh, they want payment on the PO box. I said, well, why don't they put out a fucking, your box is due in December the 2nd. Is your box is for renewal? Do you still want it or fucking not, He said, no, they just keep it going. I said, we've had that for a few years now. I don't remember you paying anything. He said, no, never. He said, the manager is leaving. So they're collecting money from the PO boxes now because the manager's leaving to give her a farewell party. And I went, fuck me. Now that was about 4 or 5 years ago, and we still haven't made a payment on the PO box. Can you believe that shit? Honest. Like I said to Chick, why don't you ask him, when's it going to be due to make payment? Because we can't lose the box, hon. She goes, no, you don't lose it. It's all right. I said, but why don't you tell him? She goes, why? I'm like, well, it's not as though you fucking got no money, and how much is it a year? Like fucking hello. No, we know what they'll tell us. I'm like, okay. You know that saying? Okay. That means so many things I could say, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to look at you and go, okay. Yeah, but it's true, so true there, Tim. So true. What's Scott saying? My weather here is bipolar. Last weekend blizzard, and this weekend 90. Really? It's like Melbourne, free seasons in one day. 3 seasons, one day. Hello, John. How are you? Good morning from Alice Springs, 26.9 degrees. Long time I've been away. Yes, you have been. Long time from a town called Alice. Definitely. Robert Matthews. I'm a broke 4.5 litres in Norfolk. Oh, fucking Jesus. Well, it's funny. I drove across to Nullarbor when my daughter was born. We drove across to Perth, then up to Geraldton, right? That was in Christmas 1981. Christmas 1981, I think it was. We drove across. It might have been 82. But anyway, regardless, it amazed me. South Australia had the fuel, which was cheaper because of the government subsidy. So all the way through South Australia, we drove from Melbourne, right? All through South Australia, it was like 45 cents a litre. But as soon as you went over to the Western Australian border, 50 cents. It was like, fucking hell, 50 cents. Like, shit. Wish I'd have known that. I would have fucking filled up the, town beforehand. It's like, fuck, bastard. Yeah, 45 cents a litre in South Australia. And since you crossed the border into Western Australia, it was 50 cents. Fucking amazing, isn't it? What's Scott saying? $3.40 to $4.50. Oh, $3.40 for gasoline and $4.50 for diesel. It's amazing why diesel is so fucking expensive, where it's less refined compared to petrol. That just amazes me. Like everyone used to like diesel in the old days because a diesel truck, it's cheaper to run. It's a thumper. It's a harder wearing, all that type of stuff. Wow. Diesel is $3.97 here. Well, lucky I don't own a fucking diesel four-wheel drive now. All you Land Cruiser dickheads and fucking enjoy. I've got a big Land Cruiser, man. Fill her up with diesel, bloke. Now it's like, fuck. Remember the old days before I went to Malaysia, I went to Malaysia in 83. So it would have been 82, 83. They introduced the LPG onto cars. And people were converting their car over because LPG then was 5 cents a litre. 5 cents a litre. And then it just went through the roof. And someone was saying now that LPG cars, they've outlawed them now in Australia. Is that right? Because I know people were paying a lot of money to convert their cars to LPG. A lot of money. Like all the taxis were LPG fucking. And Thailand, the trucks all running it. So behind the cabin, they've got all these banks and banks and banks of gas, air gas, not gasoline. But someone said in Australia they banned it, or the government banned it, or some fucking thing. I can't remember. I just can't remember. All right. Oh, here we go. It's just jumped again. Here we go. Alice, Robert Matthews saying, Scott, that's still cheap. 2 litre Coke bottle. Fuck me. Well, believe it or not, water, when we were in the Middle East, water was twice the price of gasoline. 1 litre of water bottle was twice the price of gasoline. Seriously. Ridiculous, wasn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Water would cost you 1 real or 1.5 real for a litre of water. 1.5 real or 1.5 dirhams. Where gasoline was 0.70. Fucking amazing, isn't it? Water, twice the price of petrol. Scott, when I got the bike service in Panabo, they walked across the street with a plastic bottle for gas. Yeah, there's no containers here, mate. Nothing at all. Yeah, I think us Westerners are the only ones who have fuel containers. I'm pretty sure of it. Right, Wonders. Thank you very much, mate. Catch you later, Wonders. Or fun. Gary, Panabo Homestead Deli. Yes, if you got a shout out, guys, it's coming up to 2 hours. We're going to have to get going. Right, if you got a shout out, a birthday, anything at all, please, guys, let us know on Facebook, because sometimes I don't get to the comments. The Convoy's Family Farm. Go down and have a look at that Pompey bastard. He is doing it right. He's just brought two brick block, or they call them blocks here, 2 block making machines. So he is doing it right. He's doing his fish pond at the moment, and it's all concrete. He's doing all the concrete walls at the moment, and he's going to be making his own blocks. I tell you, he's a smart young man, that guy. I tell you, They spent 2 nights here with us, and we had a fucking ball, an absolute ball. So go to their channel, guys, the Conways, please. Go to their channel. Okay, subscribe to his channel, get him up. And if you're interested in the farm side of things, like all ours got lost in the first channel because the boss hogs fucking a foreigner farming in the Philippines troll mates who fucking attacked us. So we lost all our videos building the farm. But he is starting off from bare land, blank canvas, right? He's got the jigsaw puzzle cover in his head. He knows what he's doing. So go to his channel and support him, guys. As you notice, I put him as an end screen all through my videos of the lately. So people, please go to his channel. Go to his channel. And of course, there's also a tyke farming in the Philippines, right? He's going very well. Beautiful piggery, a big fuck ass piggery, huge. He's doing very, very well with his Surrey store that he's got there and building the house now. So for an old Aussie, he's doing well. A tyke farming in the Philippines. So there's some good channels out there, guys. Go and have a look. See, support everyone. Share the loving. Scott, it's ultra sulfur diesel here in the States due to environmental. We can't run pure diesel here. Wow, bloody hell. We used to have a problem with mercury when I was in the Cooper Basin. We had a problem with the gas fields was mercury. And, of course, mercury is very dangerous shit. In its natural form, it's okay. But if it's heated, 1 teaspoon on a fucking flame, and it's dead, man, gone, dead, right? So they had a lot of problem there. They had to put a special scrubber in to clean all the mercury out of the gas before it went down to Adelaide. Because they opened up a vessel and the sunlight hit it and I nearly blinded. And I went, what the fuck's all this? And the mercury was just swashing around inside. All right, guys, just all have a good time, okay? Gary, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much. Jeff Miller, hello. Thank you very much. To everyone out there, thank you. It's 1 hour and 57 minutes into the chat now. We're going to go. We've got things to do. Thanks all for your support. Definitely, we've got a lot to do this week. So tomorrow going into town to get the papers signed. Got to see about getting a new gate. Thursday when Tonton's here, we're going to do the gatehouse. We couldn't get it done this week. We had a plan, but like everything, it gets fucked up. So we've got to get that done. And also got to get the roof fixed up down the front. There's many things we've got to do. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching us on the farm. And we might get some more cooking in as well because I like my cooking. It's my relaxing stay inside out of the heat. Thanks to everyone who supported Vanessa. Thank you very, very much. Tonton, all your support you've given to Tonton. And like I said, he's a very hard worker and we pay for his loyalty. And he's a very good worker. He doesn't go slow. Like if he drags palm leaves up, drops them, he's on a march. He drops them, then he's on a march back again. You know, it's like no slow with Tonton. Bloody good worker. So everyone, see you all later on. Gary, thank you for your support, looking after us all, keeping all the trolls at bay. Catch us all later, guys, and see you during the week. Ciao.